at stake. Both have Premier League aspirations, and both will be well aware, under the watchful eye of referee Andrew Kitchen, that recent form needs to improve if they are to remain serious candidates for a long-awaited return to the top flight. Both after drop points at the weekend. Middlesbrough surrendering the lead at Portsmouth to lose 2-1. West Brom having to settle for that 1-1 draw at home to Stoke, although they did come from behind to achieve it.
Yeah, I think both managers will be a little bit frustrated with the weekend's results after the performance. You know, I think 4 big chances Middlesbrough had in that game against Portsmouth. They have to manage the game better and see it out. Tony Mowbray, again, a game they were very, very dominant at home against Stoke City. Should have put the points on the board.
Molombi. This is Styles. Towards Diangana. That's just shepherded back to his goalkeeper by Rav van den Berg, who moves into the centre of defence tonight, with Michael Carrick having lost George Edmondson just ahead of the game, returning to Ipswich. Not ideal preparation. No, it's not, but like you say, the players are professional. Luke Ayling as well coming in. I know the player well. Fantastic professional, great character, great leader. But you've seen that threat there, Dean Gannon behind, little lofted ball. They have to make sure they get on, don't allow him out at that time and space. But fantastic defender from Vandenberg. Here is Mowat again, and Furlong, who was thrown off balance as he looked to take aim. But the intentions are clear early on from West Brom.
Yeah, I've got to say, I think Corberan had changed the side into a possession-based, very comfortable with the ball. They can dictate the tempo. Middlesbrough are very, very similar, but they have to go out there, be competitive, put the foot in. They've got to earn the right to play the way that they want to tonight, Steve. And obviously, the onus is on Middlesbrough being at home.
No criticism from Tony Mowbray about the approach under Carlos Corberan, instead looking to focus on the platform that gives him to work with to try and achieve the balance of the defensive solidity that West Brom undoubtedly have, and the more attack-minded approach that he prefers. We know Tony Mowbray's sides are well renowned for playing attractive football. Here's Morris. After a 12-game absence due to a knee injury in the starting lineup today. And they've got themselves from back to front pretty efficiently here, Middlesbrough. Hackney. Neto Borges. There's Hayden Hackney. He's created some space for the cross, and his devil have to settle for the game's first corner kick.
No, it's fantastic from Middlesbrough there. It all came from that attack, splitting pass, Fry, you know, into Hackney. You know, there's 5, 6 West Brom players trying to play the high press, and you have to be brave, you have to see it. It's a very, very accurate pass as well, and off the back of that they can turn. They've another 5, taking 4 or 5 players out of the game, and then they get at that West Brom defence.
And from Finazaz, and dealt with by Palmer under pressure.
He's got to catch it. He's got to come out and catch that for me, Stephen.
Here is Azaz, who was a product of West Bromwich Albion's youth system, but never actually played a first-team game for them, despite joining them around the time of his 9th birthday and not leaving until he turned 20, so he will be looking to make a mark tonight.
Yeah, it always gives you an extra little bit when you come up against that team, one of your old teams. Trust me, I know. But he's a fantastic, fantastic talent. You know, I think he does his work without the ball, drops in, but just watch the positions that he picks up, those little pockets.
So Borges, the first ball forward for Bergzorg to try and chase down. Very welcome for Middlesbrough to have Aidan Morris back, the player they signed from Columbus Crew over the summer.
Yeah, it's huge. I think that the relationship between Morris and Hackney was very evident. Real good understanding, how they rotate. You know, I think as a defensive unit, Middlesbrough, anyone across that defensive line, when they get their head up, they've always got an option. And it makes life a lot easier, trust me.
Glover had happy to bide his time, invite some pressure from West Brom. Neto Borges. Here's Hackney, who missed a really big chance to make it 2-0 at Fratton Park at the weekend. That's one that I'm sure he has been contemplating time and again since that game was transformed on Saturday afternoon. Morris will scamper. Here's Azaz. He might just go for it himself. Just the slight delay in getting the shot away really took any of the threat out of the situation.
Yeah, he was in two minds, wasn't he? Could he pass the ball out wide to Doak? I think that was the easier option, but he has that quality. You know, he just controlled the ball, cut inside, manipulated it, took the defender out, but just the connection of the shot wasn't right.
When you look at the teams that are queuing up near the top of the Championship with those Premier League aspirations, these are two that you feel, well, they've been Premier League sides, either would be worthy as a club of a place amongst the elite 20 in the country.
Nah, you're spot on. I think everything else is in place. You know, you look at the fan base, all the infrastructure at the club, training grounds, everything is in place. And then you look at the squad as well. You know, just that inconsistency's crept in on both sides.
Extraordinary, really, that Middlesbrough have spent 15 of the last 16 seasons in the second tier. For West Brom, it's 6 of the last 7. The desperation for that return to the top flight has lingered for far too long. Hagan to Mowat. This is Callum Styles. Looking to improve on a 6-game winless run away from home in the Championship, West Brom. Johnston the target. Michael Johnston's got there, albeit he started his run from an offside position.
Yeah, with the pacer, Johnson, he doesn't need to steal any yards, you know, with the quality. You know, you're looking at Mowat, you're looking at Malumbi. If they have time, that's the outlet over that left-hand side. Little dink with quality from back to front. Johnson's always going to be a willing runner, but he's so fast, Stephen. He's so fast, he doesn't need to steal.
Vandenberg for Hackney. Glover starting a 6th successive game in all competitions in the Middlesbrough goal. He wasn't even the second choice #1 at the start of the season, Tom Glover, but he's getting a run due to injuries elsewhere.
Honestly, it's a fantastic understanding between the three. You're looking at Finn Azaz, Aidan Morris and Hayden Hackney. Look, Hayden Hackney's out now and basically in the 10 position for the fact that they have to rotate.
Here's Grant, capitalising on a moment's misjudgment. It's a thunderous recovering challenge. Will be on Hagan. Styles with a chance to get forward, take on Ayling. Given an unceremonious clearance high into the night sky by Hayden Hackney.
Yeah, it's interesting there when West Brom defensive unit have the ball. You've got Malumbi and Mowat, and it's only basically Finn Azaz that has to deal with the two of them, with Latilat probably dropping. I've got to say, Aidan Morris or Hayden Hackney, can they be a little bit more aggressive on the front foot and step? That information has to come from the defensive line behind them, of course.
Diangana. Right, back towards him. Oh, lovely from Johnston. Still going. Mikey Johnston. was hoping that the deflection would carry the ball behind, but Glover had that situation under control.
Yeah, fantastic quality from Johnson, isn't it? A little bit of trickery through the legs. And to be fair, you take the shot on when it presents itself, but good block in the end. It is outstanding though, isn't it? You know, even under the pressure, you're looking at Glover comfortable in possession of the ball.
Now Latte is away, and how alert did Alex Palmer have to be, emerging rapidly from the West Brom goal.
Yeah, it's fantastic quality with pace as well. The accuracy of the pass there. You're looking at Finazaz, finds Latte a little bit too much on it, but I think he had to put the power on it for it to get through. And like you say, Palmer, as all good goalkeepers do, they have to come out, they have to sweep the danger. And it could have went anywhere. Latte brave, went in for the challenge as well. How many times have you seen that ricochet off and go goalwards?
Fratton Park at the weekend, he skipped around the goalkeeper and steered the ball into a vacant net. Alex Palmer making sure that that goal was not replicated. Two substitute appearances before tonight since the end of November for Luke Ayling. He did, however, most recently start the 1-0 defeat by Blackburn. Morris caught in possession, and Mowat is surprised to discover that he's conceded a free kick.
Well, that's it, but just being brave. Getting on the ball in the right areas, you know, and that's something that Michael, I think the demands that Michael Carrick puts on them. Alex Mowat, yeah, there's not really a lot in it, you know, but as soon as Mowat puts his hands on Morris there, the referee's got a decision to make.
There are certain players that you are surprised to discover that they made the transition into management, or that was even an aspiration for them. Michael Carrick does not fall into that category. He always struck me as a player that he was one that would make that successful move post-playing career.
No, I have to agree. You know, something Michael I know very well. As a player, when he spoke, you listened. From what I heard, you know, fantastic technical player, but the demands that he went out and led by example.
So a pass that Dejan Garner assumed wasn't intended for him, and you can understand why, as it also evaded Fellows. Has won it back. Not for long. Middlesbrough hunting in a pack.
You have to say both teams without the ball have been impressive.
Morris outstanding with the ball at his feet, but Holgate anticipated where the pass was heading. Furlong. Good progress is Grady Diangana. Grant is still interested, and Dale Fry wasn't quite sure what to do for the best.
Yeah, good defending. You know, I think Glover had put his name on that one, and Dale Fry just stops that run of Grant, allowing Glover to come and claim.
Love watching football with you, Chris. There's simple things to like you so much. Those triangles of passes to get Middlesbrough out of bother.
It just causes so many problems. Finazaz coming and showing, presenting himself in the defence. What does it do? It pulls the midfield out.
Ayling's cross is a great cross that so very nearly reached Latte, and he is amongst those acknowledging the quality of the defending.
It's an excellent ball, isn't it? Fantastic, in between the last defender and goalkeeper from Luke Ayling. Little set from Ben Doak here, but fantastic first time cross, and I've got to say Daniel Furlong has to make the contact. Lat, watching the flight of the ball all the way, had to be defended, and defended well it was.
You know you've done well when the centre forward pats you on the back. West Brom skipper coming to the rescue.
I think if you want to be kind of overly critical, can Lat go towards the ball and meet it where Furlong, you know, I think he's waiting for the ball to come, and it was an excellent ball. It had to be defended well, but go and attack it.
Azaz delivers. And some jostling spotted by Andrew Kitchen. To catch their breath, Palmer finds Furlong, whose layoff is dealt with by Neto Borges. Diangana brilliantly turning away from Bergzorg and expecting a free kick, and surely he'll now be conceding one for obstruction.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's too much in it. You know, I think if the referee had blown for a free kick, there wouldn't be too many arguments. But then you can't sit and protect the ball.
Driver looking for Bergzorg. Came off second best against Furlong. Fellows clattered into by Hackney.
Well, really impressed with both teams without the ball. Now 5-6 going impressive. Look at this, look at Middlesbrough, how they're setting up. And I love that. So Last dropping in, he's staying on Mowat. Finazaz going on Malumbi. Where's the space? And look where Aidan Morris is. That's it. Hayden Hackney, they're stepping up. So this is when West Brom, when you've got space like Furlong, it has to be with quality into the striker, into that number 9, if it's Carlin Grant or Diangana, because they're pressing so high. As soon as there's no pressure on the ball, that's outlet or down into the channel with a bit of quality, Stephen.
Morris, having won it back for Middlesbrough, is now looking to create something for Middlesbrough. Fry. Doak. 1-2 with Azaz. And once Doak is moving, he's a tricky man to stop. And Doak, Azaz urged to shoot. He's actually hoping that Lat will get a flick on the ball.
Yeah, again, good quality from Doak. Never gives the ball away. He's so mature in those situations. Finazaz again manipulates the angle for the shot, but just the connection. He's tried to just go with accuracy rather than power.
Well, no shortage of skill, but it's been fiercely contested as well, and Morris has been penalised to the tune of a free kick. Still requiring an explanation that he can get on board with. His Fellows. Mowat, well anticipated by Morris. Styles. Lumbi didn't see Lat or hear him coming either. Hackney takes the return from Lat. Delivers a cross towards Emmanuel Lat. Well, he did everything in his power to turn it goalwards.
It's fantastic quality, isn't it, going forward? Middlesbrough, Hayden Hackney at the heart of it. There I'm thinking, can he set it to Ben Doak? But no, he's got this quality to find Lat. who, to be fair, there was a little bit behind it, but he still has that quality. Wrap the foot around it, probably go in the swivel, get it on the laces on the half volley. Kind of just a little bit too upright. Latte laugh there. He'd be disappointed he's not what the West Brom goalkeeper there. Palmer.
Neto Borges. Berg's up. Neto Borges has continued his run, not required. Azaz. Hackney, whose solitary goal settled the reverse fixture in October. Too much on that for Bergzorp.
Yeah, I was covering the Middlesbrough Luton game. They got 5 on the day, and Tony Mowbray was just a couple of seats across, but he was so complimentary about the way that Middlesbrough were playing. You know, you said it in your build-up about Tony Mowbray's known as that kind of coach that likes to play that attractive football. He's not changed it from Saturday for the fact that the style that he wants to implement. Both sides are using the ball very, very well. You know, they're both comfortable on the ball no matter how they're being pressed, and it's fantastic to watch. You know, what the game's lacking is those clear-cut chances, but the crosses are coming in.
I thought it was refreshing to hear a manager come in and talk about everything that the previous coach did well, that he would work upon, rather than saying, no, we tear things up and we do things my way.
Yeah, but you've got to remember that Corberan, he wasn't sacked because of poor form. He was taken, he decided to move, so he's inherited a team that know exactly what they're doing. They'll be in a good place, albeit too many draws. You know, but small margins in football, Stephen.
A lot of managers focus on their own philosophy,
not
necessarily look at what players they've got and what system that they've got to work with that's already in place and they're already comfortable with. And West Brom have looked comfortable at times on the ball so far today. Jason Mulumbi. There's Callum Styles. Mikey Johnston. Ailing, backpedaling, and Morris is there as well, but Johnston's away from both of them. Diangana couldn't steady himself, couldn't get the ball out of his feet.
Well, it's fantastic quality from Michael Johnson there. Lot one through the legs again, goes for the shot. But when it falls from Diangana, he has to be aware Fellows is behind him. Just a little back heel, and there's going to be an opportunity there. Just communication, isn't it? Either Fellows has to let him know that he's there, but it's a big, big opportunity.
Mount. Diangana. Styles for Grant. He gets it back from Johnston. Mulumbi is in the middle, and so too is Fellows arriving, and he couldn't quite arrive quickly enough.
We'll wait till you see this again. Why does he go with his left foot? Why does he not just open up the right foot? It's further away, he's going to have what's an excellent ball, by the way. Outstanding ball, Carlin Grant. But watch this, he goes with the left foot. He has to go with the right. Has to go with the right, and just go with instep. Just go with accuracy. The contact, with you throwing yourself at it, you're going to get the pace on it anyway. But it was actually harder to actually just keep it in with the outside of your right boot, left boot there from Fellows.
He's so close to West Brom taking the lead on Tony Mowbray's return. 16 years on from the conclusion of his first spell in charge, during which time he led West Brom into the Premier League. Unfortunately for them, straight back down again, but even in relegation, from the top flight. His name was sung loud and proud by the West Brom fans, as it was on Saturday, once it had been confirmed that he was returning to the club ahead of the 1-1 draw against Stoke. He did say this wasn't the game he'd have chosen, not necessarily because of his emotional attachment to Middlesbrough, where he spent 12 years as a player and had 3 seasons as a coach, head coach as well, but just because of how well that he considers Middlesbrough to be playing, and what a daunting prospect it was for West Brom. But it's an occasion that they've gone about satisfactorily so far.
Yeah, I think both managers will be quite happy with what they've seen, how they've used the ball. But then I think the frustration is just that quality in the attacking third. You know, if it's decision making, that final pass, that final touch. How many times has Finn Azaz had the ball and chosen to take on the shot rather than can he find someone else? Never really had that connection. Fellows, that opportunity. Dean Gannon in the box, just little moments of quality that can be raised.
Given away to Morris, which is ill-advised. Gets it back from Ayling. Can't quite reach Azaz with the pass, and now here comes the West Brom response, with Fellows looking to put some pressure on Neto Borges.
Taking no chances whatsoever, Borges there. No, I think he can go back to Glover, but under that pressure from Fellows, like you say, Will and Runner and Fellows, you know, he's going to put them under pressure, try and make that. Wasn't the best of balls, but won the throw in.
Styles. How often do you see a player thinking about what they're going to do next, what they need to do right now? Bergshaw. Azaz. Here goes Doak. And it took 2 to get the better of him. Hegem certainly needed some assistance.
Yeah, I think with Ben Doak, just took a little bit of a knee to the thigh there. But like you say, he's always a threat, isn't he? Just moves ever so quickly there. And again, they have to go in 2 up on him because he's fantastic in those positions.
Started all but 1 game in the Championship for Middlesbrough since making his debut on loan from Middlesbrough, and that is not bad for a teenager.
You know, I think when the parent club, you know, there has to be so much thought going to the team that he's going to, the style of football that they play, and you know, you can see that he's enjoying it, and that he's one of the fans' favourites as well. You know, the reaction that I seen him get every time he got the ball when I was covering them, they do like him a lot.
I'm sure there were 1 or 2 Premier League clubs who quite fancied borrowing him if he was surplus to Liverpool's requirements, but this has proved to be a beneficial move. Hackney. Oh, it's a tremendous drive that Palmer was powerless to do anything about.
It's a wonderful strike. Hayden Hackney, you can't give him that time and space, but if you're Palmer in the West Brom goal, you're probably happy that he takes a shot from there. Was he 35 yards from goal? He struck it ever so well. Put the laces right through it. Ball's always moving. Looking forward to seeing this one again. But like you say, you know, I think that midfield battle with like some Morris, Hackney, Azaz up against Malumbi and Mowat. But like you say, when he receives this ball and he comes inside, one thing in mind, isn't it, just to take the shot on. What a wonderful movement on it, from left to right, the depth as well. Just waiting till you see this. Is outstanding. Outstanding strike, the movement. And Palmer, you know, at full stretch, got nowhere near it. Wonderful strike, but it's energy. Driving forward, always wanting the ball. Here, knows exactly what he wants to do straight away because he knows he's got it. It's an excellent strike.
And the player whose goal decided the reverse fixture between these sides in the autumn has delivered the first significant blow of the rematch from 28 yards out to make it Middlesbrough 1, West Brom 0. And now here here comes Latte Lat. He is unaware momentarily. The flag is raised.
Oh, this is a tight one. This is a very, very tight one. Excellent ball. I think Latte Lat, he's always aware. He's always trying to play on the shoulder, try and get in behind. It's an excellent ball into feet as well.
Well, now we might discover what, if anything, has changed over the course of a couple of training sessions for West Bromwich Albion under the guidance of Tony Mowbray again, because they are in a pickle. A side that has won just 4 of the last 21 games. That is far from promotion form or indeed playoff form, despite the fact that they remain in the top 6 for now, but that will not be the case at full time unless they can transform the game. Middlesbrough with the wind in their sails. Remember, it was only West Brom's favourable goal difference which had them ahead of Middlesbrough coming into the game tonight, and that favourable goal difference only amounted to +1.
It's excellent there, you know, Middlesbrough usually going short, but when they do go long, Bergzog, he goes up. It's not an easy one for it, but they pick up second balls. They pick up second balls, so important. Latte Lat always around, alive to it.
Encouragement for a majority, though, inside the Riverside, who have seen their side draw each of the last 3 games, and that had become something of a growing concern. 1-1 draw with Cardiff, the goalless draw with Burnley, the 6 goals shared against Sheffield Wednesday. Nothing wrong in isolation individually about those particular results, but when they accumulate and when the points get dropped at home, you start to wonder where the next set of 3 is coming from. Doak running at Styles. Azaz. And this time the effort from distance lacks the kind of vigour that Alex Palmer couldn't get behind.
Yeah, Middlesbrough just getting into their groove now. You see Callan Grant, Dean Ganna dropping right back, doing their job defensively, which is a must, but it also shows you that they're not in control of the game. They're basically trying to nullify the threat, but little give and go there from Finn Azaz and Latte Lat. Good understanding between the two.
Well anticipated by Fellows, who couldn't subsequently quite keep the ball in play. Sort of ball forward that Latte Lat very nearly made something of, despite the odds seemingly being stacked up against him.
This is when you're looking for Malumbi, Mowat, just to get on the ball, get those short passes in, try and get the confidence up again. It was very, very even, but at the minute West Brom just haven't been good enough in possession, which will be disappointing because it's a big part of the game.
Latte Lat running from deep with the ball at his feet. Neto Borges. Morris takes the return. Certain to be a throw in Middlesbrough's direction. That's certainly what Aidan Morris is arguing for.
Yeah, I think when you look at the body language of the players, you think he's probably got an argument there.
Oh, Grant has given it away. Latte-Lat. Morris. Charged down. And Holgate has to react quickly. Here's Finazaz. Oh, beaten away by Palmer. That was moving in front of him.
Yeah, it's an excellent strike from Finazaz, isn't it? Just manipulates the ball, makes sure it's power. Palmer got 2 hands on it. But just picking up second balls, really keeping the pressure on West Brom. Yeah, you're looking at this, he just manipulates the ball, he knows he wants to get the shot away. A lot more power in that. That's his third effort at goal.
It is football education in the West Midlands with West Brom and then Villa. Did Finazaz, wouldn't he love to score against one of those clubs tonight? Oh, nicely done by Van den Berg. Neto Borges. Conscious after what happened at the weekend, not to surrender the initiative, having got themselves in front, Middlesbrough.
Yeah, it's happened quite a few times this season, hasn't it? From winning positions, not managing the game properly. I think players have to take responsibility there. And I think what the manager says, it's always just a blueprint for you to fall back on, but when you've got that goal lead, you have to just make sure that sometimes you just have to sit and weather the storm. Sometimes you don't have to go and score the second.
Here's the goal scorer, Hayden Hackney. Neto Borges. Hackney again. Morris, encouraged to shoot. Took on that encouragement.
He's seen a lot of the ball. Aidan Morris, big player. Big fan, you know, I think uses it well. Caught in 2 minds there, wasn't it? Now, I think the Delano Bergzog, the look that he got.
And when you've been waiting since the 9th of November for a return to the starting lineup, you maybe make decisions you wouldn't otherwise have made. And there was some of that enthusiasm manifesting itself in the wrong way.
Yeah, I think he ticks all the boxes, doesn't he? Covers the ground, very good on the ball, can put the challenges in. Fantastic energy, and like you say, goes out and leads by example. Fantastic player. So this is what West Brom need to do. Mowat finding Malumbi, just keeping the ball. You know, try and suck Middlesbrough out, creates those little pockets in behind, and then they do have that quality, West Brom.
Malumbi. Fellows. The decision has gone against Malumbi. It's a bit of a tangle.
Yeah, he knows Jason Malumbi, just too many touches there. It's got to be quick, it's got to be sharp. Can it go? Fellows is driving inside. Should be one touch out to Furlong that's doing that overlap down the right channel.
Azaz keeps finding pockets of space, and now he's found Ben Doak. Doak for Azaz. Fleet of foot, support from Ayling. Ayling conjures something that was so nearly turned into the spectacular by Emmanuel Latte-Lat.
Well, he knows himself by his reaction. Excellent ball with the outside of the boot here from Luke Ayling. Latte-Lat read the flight of the ball fantastically well, just couldn't get the connection right. Knows exactly what he wants to do. Probably put it back from where it came. Just the connection wasn't right, and to be fair, he's read the ball well, he's got up there. Fantastic athleticism as well.
I'm more impressed that he's managed to make the connection to send the ball going off in that direction rather than if he'd sent it goalwards. That is a remarkable effort from Latte-Lat.
Yeah, it goes to show you just a little mistake from Malumbi invites that pressure on. I've got to say, West Brom, the first 15 minutes, very, very good on the ball, nice on the eye. They have to get that quality back. Yeah, just about down the Achilles there. Diangana just took the boot off him.
Johnston. They've done a good job, Middlesbrough, of closing down some of the passing avenues that were open earlier on in this first half.
You're looking at Tom Fellows with the attributes that he's got, but he's going to have to. The quality that's coming, he's having to fight for win his aerial duels here now. He wants to be expansive, wants to be on that on the touchline, and can he then just receive the ball? You know, and get at players. You know, we've not really seen him have too many touches. As big a player he is for West Brom.
Ailing for Fry. Doak. Hackney. His fourth goal of the season is the difference between the teams. Delano Bergsorg. Hackney. Neto Borges. Not quite the contact that Latte Lat needed.
Well, it's another excellent ball, isn't it? And he's read it ever so well. Neto Borges with the ball, excellent one for Latte Lat to go and attack, and he gets contact. He'll be so disappointed that needed just a little bit more purchase of the ball, trying to find that bottom right hand corner. And this will be a concern for Michael Carrick. You know, you look at the weekend against Portsmouth, 1-0 up, big chances, don't take them, and the game's still very much alive, isn't it?
The difference between Saturday and this evening is that Middlesbrough's opponents are not creating a volume of opportunities, because certainly Portsmouth were on it from the word go at Fratton Park at the weekend. Might be struggling right down at the foot of the Championship, but still a force in front of their own fans. Actually, Middlesbrough took the lead against the run of play. Doesn't excuse a situation where a lead is surrendered, but they were somewhat fortuitous to have not gone behind themselves. Certainly Tom Glover has been significantly less busy in their goal tonight. Mason Holgate might be a defender with Premier League experience and plenty of it. He was just unsettled there for a moment. Fellows. Final couple of minutes of the first half at the Riverside. We're going to go past Neto Borges. And now support arrives from Darlon Furlong. That's a good-looking cross. Well, no shot from Johnston at the end of it. Instead, swaps passes with Styles. Johnston hangs one up there, invitingly so. Diangana so nearly reacting. This is a sustained scare for Middlesbrough that they have just about survived.
Well, I'm looking at Tom Fellows, excellent on the ball, cuts it back to Furlong. It's an excellent ball, and I just can't believe that Johnson doesn't take this on. He has that quality. He's watching it, the flight of the ball, excellent little touch to keep possession, but why is he going back? He's completely in time. If anything, make your touch, a dead touch, and then drive towards goal. Because he has that, he can manipulate the ball, shot that low centre of gravity to work Glover in the Middlesbrough goal. Big opportunity again that they turned down.
Grant's layoff. West Brom heading backwards when in the final 30 seconds of the first half they would like to be applying some pressure. ahead of Fry, who's now got Carlin Grant to deal with. Grant into a really good area. Fellows might yet make something of it. Neto Borges away for now. And in the end, West Brom's lack of decision in front of goal has cost them.
It was a hard one there for Fellows, you know, the ball was lofted in. He chose just to wait, thinking Bergzog would just kind of flick it. I think he's got to go and challenge or try and just keep it alive, put it back into the mix. He's got runners, Dean Ganna's coming in there, Carlin Grant.
Launched by Furlong. First contact is vital. And Middlesbrough scramble it away. Bergzog working tirelessly.